Hello everybody. This is Relaser PS, and today we are going to do ordinary share capital. As you can see here, firstly here we have indicated the authorized share capital. So basically, authorized share capital are the shares that the maximum number of shares that the business can be able to issue. So basically, as you can see here, we have authorized share capital. They say authorized share capital consists of 1 million ordinary shares. So basically, we have indicated that 1 million here, 1 million is here. Authorized share capital are important, okay? Then firstly here we have to follow this formula here. They say 600,000 shares were issued on 1 March 2021 at 3 rands per share. So first thing here, what we have to do, we have to know our table consists of three columns. The first column is going to be the shares column, then the description column, and it's going to be the amount column. So basically, like when we talk about the share column, we have 600,000 shares here. So these 600,000 shares, we're going to indicate them here, 600,000 shares. And then in this site, we're going to describe when did these shares issued. So basically here we have to go back to the question paper. Say that 600 shares were issued on 1 March 2021. Okay, so they were issued at the beginning of the year. The new shares were issued at the beginning of the year. So basically, when we talk about the beginning of the year, we talk about 1 March 2021 because of like our accounting period start on March. Okay. So, and they say here the important thing, they will issue at how much? At 3 rand per share. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to say shares, which is 600,000, and multiply by how much? Multiply by 3. So it's going to be 1,800,000. Okay, this is the money we got. This is the price that we issued the shares, and this is the shares. And then here is a description. We go to dot number 2, bullet number 2. They say that number 3, they say 200,000 new ordinary shares were issued on 1 September 2021. So basically, when we see that they say that they were issued on 1 September 2021. Basically, 1 September 2021 is there during the year. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to say the shares, you saw them is 200,000 shares. Now the description said that shares issued during the year. Okay, they were issued during the year, they were sold during the year on September. So basically, like, we don't know here, they didn't indicate. So here's going to be the question mark. As it is going to be the question mark. We don't know it for now. Okay, now we go to bullet number 4. They say 100,000 ordinary shares were repurchased on 1 February before the end of the year. So they say they were repurchased on 1 February 2022 at 1 rand and 40 cents above the average price. This transaction was probably recorded. Okay, what is going to happen now? What is going to happen is that the amount of shares is here. This is the shares now that were repurchased. And remember, shares that were repurchased, they must be always bracketed. Okay, it is how much is 100,000. Now you describe it now. This, you say shares repurchased. Okay, like for now we don't know this amount here, we don't know this amount. Okay, so here is the end of our adjustments and everything. So we are going to check now. We are going to check the balance at the beginning or at the end. Maybe we're given. Okay, we see the ordinary share capital. They say 2,467,000. And then they did not indicate in brackets, so we assume that this amount is at the end of the year, because if not, when you check the retained income, they say 1 February 2022, meaning this one is from 1 January. Okay, now here is at the end on 28 February. Now here, like, is going to be like shares issued on February 2022. So basically, when we say on February, we say on the end of February. So basically, it's going to be on 28th of February. Now here is that amount, 2,460 2,467,000 rands. Okay. um so what is going to happen here? We're going to um go to our shares now, but because of now we have arrived here, we have full information, everything that we want. So now what we're going to do, we're going to say this amount, and then we're going to add it with this amount, and we're going to subtract in this amount, and it's going to give us this amount. Okay, so here's going to be addition, we're going to subtract, so it's going to be equals to this amount. Now the shares at the end of the year is going to be 700,000. Okay, and then we have already given the amount here, 2,467,000. So what you're going to do, we're going to say this amount, you're going to divide it with this amount for you to get what now? For you to get the average price here. We are interested in this price. So you're going to say 2,467,000. 2,467,000 divided by 700,000 is going to directly give you this amount. Then after you got this amount here, what you're going to do, we're going to say now the shares that we repurchased. Now you're going to multiply it by the amount, which is 3 rands and 53 cents. Remember, in February they say the repurchase at 1 rand 40 cent above the average price. So basically we're not going to take this amount because of it is the retained price, or what you call the loss price. We're not going to take this amount. It's going strictly to the retaining income that we're going to do next. So basically here we are only focused on average price. So basically we're going to say this amount multiplied by this amount, and it's going to give you this amount. Okay, simultaneously you have this amount now, you have this amount now, and you have this amount. And remember the repurchase of shares, the amount of repurchase have to always be in brackets. Okay, now for you to get this question mark here, what you're going to do, you're going to say 1,800,000. We're going to subtract 353,000, and we're going to subtract 2,467,000. Now it's going to give you how much? It's going to give you this amount here. Thank you guys. This is how you're going to do your ordinary share. Keep it up.